Will the Senate please come to order? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Aquino. Senator Awa.
Here.
Senator Chang. Senator DeCoit. Senator DeCourt.
Here.
Senator Dela Cruz. Senator Elefante.
Here.
Senator Favela. Senator Fukunaga. Senator Gabbard. Senator Hashimoto. Senator Ihara.
Present.
Senator Inoue.
Present.
Senator Kanuha. Senator Keoho Kalole.
Ill.
Senator Kidani. Senator Kim. Senator Lee.
Excused.
Senator McKelvey. Senator Moriwaki.
Present.
Senator Rhodes. Senator Richards.
Here.
Senator San Buenaventura. Senator Wakai. Mr. President,
Present.
24 present, 1 excused.
Thank you. The chair has read the journal of the preceding day and approves the same. Are there any introductions this morning? Senator Hashimoto.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today we had Rochelle Oy give the moment of contemplation. She is here actually with the Ka'ipukukui Fellowship Program, which is a leadership development program for the County of Maui. They're visiting Oahu for their topic of governance. So I did want to introduce the rest of the cohort that is with her today. And please stand when I call your name. We have Naomi Cooper, Daniel Goodfellow, Mike Gurat, Kaulana Kino, Lauren Lure, Kylie Okazaki, Donna Paz, Kelly Potts, Jade Rojas Latesi, Jill Center, Bree Simon, Stacy Suioka, Drew Suluk, Danny Waring, and our executive director Sharon Kepler, and Scott Nunokawa, which is a board member. So welcome to your Senate, and thanks for being here today.
Further introductions? Senator Awa.
Up in the gallery, if you guys hear this is on. Up in the gallery from Hau'ula, we have Auntie Renee Fonoi Moana and Dottie Kelly Paddock from the they're trying to bring a resiliency hub to Ko'olauloa, and they've got this place that they've been working on, this land that they've been working on through the DLNR, and today they came into town seeking a 10-year lease in front of the Board of Land and Natural Resources. They ended up getting a 65-year lease to go on with their project. So we appreciate what you guys do for our community.
Further introductions? If not, Senator Chang.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Today, I take great pleasure in honoring the life of the late University of Hawaii professor, Dr. Daniel W.Y. Kwok. For nearly 60 years, Professor Kwok made profound contributions to the discipline of Asian studies, to the education of thousands of students at UH, to the American understanding of China, and to cultural exchange around the world. Daniel W.Y. Kwok was born in Shanghai, China on September 3, 1932, to 2 American-educated parents. His father, Tak-Wa Kwok, had studied political science at the University of Washington, Harvard, and Cambridge, and worked as an official in the Shanghai Foreign Office. His mother, Grace Wong, attended Oberlin College and was a concert pianist. After the family left China, Kwok earned his Bachelor of Arts degree in history from Brown University in 1954. He went on to earn his Master of Arts degree in Far Eastern Studies in 1956 and a PhD in history from Yale University in 1959. Dr. Kwok was a lecturer at Yale University from 1957 to 1959 and at Knox College from 1959 to 1961, where he introduced new courses on Asia. In 1961, Professor Kwok joined the faculty at the University of Hawaii, where he focused his teaching and research on the history of Chinese thought. His teaching, influence, and scholarship allowed him to shape the curriculum in the history and humanities departments at UH Manoa, which led to the inclusion of Asia-Pacific historical realities. Throughout his prolific academic career, he advised and helped a large number of students graduate from the University of Hawaii with their master's and doctoral degrees in Chinese history. As a strong believer in undergraduate and graduate education, he regularly taught seminars and core curriculum courses. Recognizing the vital role of journalists in shaping public understanding of Asia, Professor Kwok established a mid-career journalism fellowship at the University of Hawaii in 1974. The fellowship program was founded on the belief that Asia's influence in global affairs would expand in the 21st century. This program has trained 160 journalists, many of whom now work for major U.S. newspapers and news bureaus across East Asia. Over its 26 years, the program was the nation's first and only program focused on Asia. To help expand knowledge and interests in China, he founded the China Seminar in 1978. The China Seminar was a platform for in-depth discussions on diverse topics, always accompanied by excellent food. Community members gathered at Maple Garden Restaurant on Eisenberg Street, Honolulu, to listen to scholars, diplomats, journalists, researchers, doctors, attorneys, artists, and other professionals share their thoughts and expertise on China. Over 4 decades, the seminar has hosted over 250 speakers and 350 presentations covering history, culture, politics, economics, art, technology, law, and more. In 2009, it became a forum of the Friends of the East-West Center. In August 2020, Professor Kwok stepped down from leading the China Seminar, and it was relaunched virtually by the East-West Center later that year. This new format has expanded its reach, bringing in speakers and participants from around the world. We are honored to celebrate the life and contributions of Professor Kwok, and today we welcome his daughter, Allison. Please stand and be recognized, who followed her father's footsteps into the academy and now teaches architecture at the University of Oregon. And his son, Theodore, please stand. And the apple didn't fall far from the tree. He's in charge of the map collection at the University of Hawaii Library. Professor Kwok was the beloved husband of Nancy Campbell, father to Allison and Theodore, and grandfather to Anne and Elisa Kwok. Joining us in the gallery is Professor Kieko Madison. Please stand. Professor Marcus Daniel, Professor Vina Lanzona, and Professor Shauna Brown with the University of Hawaii Department of History. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Chang. So again, we have a short agenda, so we'll ask our guests to sit for a few quick minutes, and then the members would like to greet you, and we'll pose for a photo. We'll have the sergeants escort your guests to the floor. Senator Ihara.
Mr. President, may I make a late introduction related to this presentation? Mr. President, if my eyes still work, I see Mr. Gerald Kato in the gallery. He is could you stand or be recognized, Gerald? He is, let's give him a hand. As many of you know, he is a now retired University of Hawaii communications professor and has been active in the Hawaii Media Council and among many other important journalism policy issues. Welcome, Gerald.
Any further introductions? If not, Madam Clerk.
Beginning on page 1, Governor's Message numbers 771 to 785 transmit nominations to various boards and commissions.
Governor's Message numbers 771 to 785 are referred in accordance with the referrals on the order of the day.
On page 4, House Communication numbers 393 and 394 return Senate bills that passed third reading in the House unamended.
File.
House Communication number 395 returns Senate Bill 1008, House Draft 1, that passed third reading in the House in an amended form for agree-disagree.
Before recognizing you, Senator Wakai, I forgot to mention that on all of these Senate bills that are returning, we will have a blanket disagree vote, and then committee chairs, as you review, if you are in agreement and would like to later move to agree, we'll take the agrees up at a later date. Senator Wakai.
Mr. President, I move that the Senate disagree to the amendments proposed by the House to Senate Bill 1008.
Senator DeCourt.
Mr. President, I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Any objections? If not, the motion is carried. Conferees will be named at a later date.
House Communication numbers 396 to 408 transmit various House concurrent resolutions which were adopted in the House for referral to committee.
So ordered.
On page 8, Judiciary Communication number 28 transmits the appointment of Sonia H. Toma as judge for the District Family Court of the Second Circuit.
For a 6-year term, Judiciary Communication Number 28 is referred to the Committee on Judiciary.
On page 9, Standing Committee Report numbers 1369 and 1370 for adoption.
Senator Wakai.
Mr. President, I move for the adoption of Standing Committee Reports numbers 1369 to 1370.
Senator Decourt.
Mr. President, I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Any objections? If not, the motion is carried.
On page 10, third reading.
If there are no objections from the members, we will be taking third reading on consent.
Third reading of House Bill 994, House Draft 1, relating to the offense of promoting pornography for minors.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent? Any reservations? Any no votes?
24 ayes.
Thank you. House Bill 994 HD1 passes third reading.
Third reading of House Bill 1175, relating to the procedure for tax appeals.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent? Any reservations? Any no votes?
24 ayes.
Thank you. House Bill 1175 passes third reading.
Referrals and re-referrals.
Referrals and re-referrals are made in accordance with the supplemental orders of the day that may be filed later today.
Beginning at the bottom of page 10, miscellaneous business, waiver of referral for Senate concurrent resolutions number 3, Senate Draft 1, 4, 5, Senate Draft 1, 6, 7, 8, Senate Draft 1, 120, Senate Draft 1, 137, 138, Senate Draft 1, 142, Senate Draft 1, 239, Senate Draft 1, and Senate Resolution numbers 154, 155, Senate Draft 1, 160, Senate Draft 1, and 215, Senate Draft 1. These are listed on pages 10 to 14 on the order of the day.
Senator Dela Cruz.
Mr. President, I request a waiver of said resolutions to the Committee on Ways and Means. The reason for this waiver is to request to ensure that these resolutions meet the upcoming decking deadline for resolutions.
The waiver is granted. One-day notice is hereby given for the adoption of said concurrent resolutions of said Senate concurrent resolutions and Senate resolutions.
No further business, Mr. President.
Are there any announcements today? If not, the chair has one. To the clerk and all those involved in the job fair today, I want to extend my thanks. I know in welcoming new employees before session, I promised them that they will be overworked and they will be underpaid, but they will make friendships that will last a lifetime. They will have the opportunity to establish relationships and connections, and in the work that they will do, make a huge difference in the lives of the people of Hawaii. Unfortunately, a lot of them that we got to see as contemplators, their service will end when we gavel out, and to create an opportunity for them in one area to look at where there may be potential opportunities for the next part of their life is, I think, a great service and a way for us to thank them for all of the hard work that they have put in. So to everyone involved in putting it together, I want to extend my thanks. Senator Wakai.
Mr. President, I move that the Senate stand adjourned until 11:30 a.m. Monday, March 31st.
Senator Decourt.
Mr. President, I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. If there are no objections from the members, the Senate will stand adjourned until 11:30 a.m. Monday, March 31st.